What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight... Alright, we're coming back to Avenged Sevenfold. Yes, indeed, Avenged Sevenfold fans, feeling you. Come on now. Here we go. This is a request from Travis K. And Travis K wanted to see me react to this song. It is Avenged Sevenfold doing a live performance of their song Beast and the Harlot. Now, have I heard the song before? Yes. Full disclosure. Yes, I have heard the song before. I have heard this song many, many times. This was actually a big hit for them early on in their career. Off the City of Evil album, I believe it was. I don't remember if this was the biggest hit off that album. I think it was, but I'm not 100% sure about that. But I know this was one of the bigger hits in their early days. So, yes, I have heard the song before several times. I'm very familiar with it. However, this is a live performance. So, full transparency and full disclosure. I will not be reacting to the song itself in any way, shape, or form. I will only be reacting to, evaluating, and scoring the live performance. I'm talking about stage presence, stage energy, stage interaction, crowd interaction, showmanship, production. This is what I'm talking about. Not the song, just the visuals, okay? Please keep that in mind. Okay, this was posted by A7XID, and the video has 27,231 views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else to say except one last thing. You may notice I'm not using my in-ears today. I'm using headphones. And then the reason for that is, ladies and gentlemen, I hate to say this, but I have an ear infection. It is severe. It hurts like hell. So unfortunately, I will not be using my in-ears. So when you see these on my head, that's the reason why. So, but don't get used to seeing these. As soon as my ear clears up, these are gone. Just letting you know. Now, other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Avenged Sevenfold, Beast and the Harlot, live, 2013. Oh, man, 9 years ago. Seems so long ago. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
About rockin' Rio.
You know, when we started this band 14 years ago, this was a fucking dream of ours to play Rock in Rio, so thank you for having us tonight. And I bought a CD when I was very, very young, and it was an Iron Maiden CD, Rock in Rio Live. So it is a fucking absolute honor to be sharing the stage with those dudes. Now, what we're gonna do right now is get this shit moving a little bit off of our City of Evil album. Anyone have that? I wanna see you open this shit up. The Beast and the Harlot.
Okay. Good crowd interaction at the beginning, talking to the crowd, keeping the crowd vested and interested while guitar players switch out their guitars, drum techs adjust the drums, whatever it is that needs to be done. He did a great job of talking to the crowd and filling on the time. So great job on his part. Talking about subjects that were relatable, talking about, you know, Iron Maiden coming and performing in Rio and how he was one of those guys that bought their album and bought that CD. And again, creating that bridge to cross that gap and create that connection with the crowd. Very smart. Very, very smart. Seeing some movement and motion on stage is good. Nothing too crazy, but that's okay. You know, look, they're moving. That's the important thing. It doesn't matter if they're running or if they're walking. As long as they're moving, I'm okay with it. Obviously, running would be more impressive, but as long as they're moving, I'm good. So let's keep going here. Not thrilled with the sound quality of this video, if I'm being honest. Whoops. And pause. Interaction's been decent. I haven't seen a whole lot of interaction, unfortunately. Did see a little bit from the two guitar players coming together during the course of the solo when they had the dual solo, which was nice. It's funny how you have a guitar player that's right-handed and a guitar player that's left-handed, and you have opportunities to do things like they did, and it just looks better. I don't know why that is. It's like bookends almost. It just looks very symmetrical, whereas you have two guitar players who are both right-handed, and you know, one neck is in front of the other guitar player, and it doesn't quite look as symmetrical. It's just a nice, clean look to it. You ever notice that? It's something I've always noticed whenever I've seen bands have two guitar players, one's right, one's left, and you see them come together, and you see one neck sticking out to the right, one neck sticking out to the left, and it's like, it's just pleasing to the eye. I don't know why that is, but it just is. It was good to see them come together. They didn't have to. They did that on purpose, and I'm glad to see that they did showmanship and stage interaction together, which is good. Unfortunately, it's been really the only stage interaction I've really seen between the members of the band. I don't know. I don't know why that is, but anyway, let's keep going here. I know the two guitar players have a lot on their mind. I know they got to play the parts that they're playing. I know those parts are not easy. I get it. I understand that. Having said that, while they're up there on the mics, have you ever seen two guys who look more bored in your entire lives? I mean, there's like no emotion whatsoever on their faces. They are literally just dead. It's just like, we're going to sing the words or we're going to play the guitar parts and we're not going to have any look of feel of joy on our faces whatsoever. Meanwhile, you got the lead vocalist who's got great facial expressions. Great facial expressions. And I also saw the bass player running around. Also, great facial expressions. I don't know, are these two guitar players having a bad day or something? Or is this just who they are? Is this how they are all the time? Is that their persona? Is just to be dead to the world? Who
would someone fire?
I couldn't do it. I'm sorry. Especially if I were to be playing someplace like Rock in Rio. Are you kidding me? Talk about a dream come true and you're gonna be up there stone-faced?
Are you kidding me?
Either that's their persona and that's their shtick, that's their gimmick, because they're dead inside and they have no emotion on their faces whatsoever, or they're having a bad day. I'm not sure which one it is. But I mean, not even the semblance of a smile. Man, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I'm sorry, I could not do it. Looking out into the crowd, a crowd that big, playing one of the most prestigious festivals in the world. I just couldn't be that way. I'm sorry. I just couldn't do it. I would be just having way too much fun to be able to be stone-faced. I just could not do it. See, the bass player smiled. I didn't set my expectations too high. I didn't have a ton of expectations as far as showmanship goes with these guys. I've seen some other live performances from them in the past on the channel, so I wasn't expecting, a ton, but at the same time, I did expect a little more than what I saw. So, I don't know. Let me think about it. I'll get my thoughts together, and I'll see you in the review, and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Avenged Sevenfold with a live performance of The Beast and the Harlot. This was a request from Travis K. All right, before I get my score, I just need to reiterate, I am not taking the song itself into account here in any way, shape, or form for my scoring. I am only basing my score on showmanship, stage presence, stage interaction, stage energy, crowd interaction, production. This is all I am basing my score on, are these things. The live performance, not the song, the live performance. Please keep that in mind. Okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give that live performance a 7.3. Yep, 7.3. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
okay, like I said, I didn't have a whole lot of expectations for these guys. I remember seeing some of the live performances in the past on the channel, and I remember watching them and going, they're decent. They're a decent live band. They cover the bases, but they cover them to the bare minimum. Okay, so let's go down the list. All right, let's see. Stage energy. It was there. It was there. It wasn't great, but it was there. There was a lot of movement on stage. Nothing impressive necessarily, but they were moving around, so that's good. Again, they did the bare minimum required, but they did it. So there it is. Let's talk about stage interaction. Was there any stage action? There was, again, very little, but just enough to qualify. In particular, the two guitar players coming together during the guitar solo for the dual solo. That was good to see. I did see the bass player interact with the lead vocalist a little bit here and there towards the beginning, towards the end. That was nice to see. But that was pretty much it. That was really pretty much it. Crowd interaction. It was all done at the beginning. After the first minute to a minute and a half, there was no crowd interaction. None. But they did do it at the beginning. It was there. Again, bare minimum, but they did it. So there it is. Production. A lot of lighting. Great lighting. That was nice to see. Stage design was good. Ego blocks everywhere. Always a good thing. So production was good. I dug the production. The production was really good. Stage energy. I think I already covered that. Stage interaction, crowd interaction, stage energy, showmanship. Again, I think I already covered that. So I mean, look, but you see the trend, right? It's like they did the bare minimum required. And I mean, it's good. Listen, if that's all Avenged Sevenfold fans expect from their favorite band, and they get it and they're happy, then hey, that's fine. You know, pop the champagne, red velvet ropes part, you know, make your way to the VIP lounge. Congratulations. You know, that's great. I'm glad that you're satisfied with that. Me personally, I would have, if it was my first time seeing them, right? Let's say I went to this show. It was my first time seeing this band, and that's what I saw. I'm sorry, they would not have won me over with that. They absolutely would not have won me over with that at all. I'm not saying it was mailed in. I'm just saying they did what they needed to do, and that's all they did. They did that. Nobody went above and beyond. You know what I mean? Nobody was willing to take those extra steps to make this performance special, and that's a shame. It's a real shame. On top of that, the guitar playing, there were some flubs. You know, there were some flubs, definite flubs. But listen, I that's one of the main reasons I go to live shows. I like hearing those little flubs. I like hearing those little things because it lets me know that they're human beings. And there's no question they're not playing. That's not a track you're in. They are definitely playing live without question. You wouldn't put flubs into a track and play it back and pretend to play. You know, you wouldn't do that. Nobody would do that. So clearly they're playing live. Now listen, it was a really good job overall. Okay, and thanks mostly in part to the production and the first minute and a half of the show where the lead vocalist was really interacting with the crowd, creating that bridge to cross that gap and find that common ground. It was definitely, and make them relatable. You know what I mean? So that was cool. That was very cool. Well done job on that part. And like I said, the production was nice. Everything else was just, it was there. You know, it was nothing special. It wasn't anything that I would ever consider great or mind-blowing or amazing or awesome or spectacular. It was there. You know, it was being done. The bases were being covered. I mean, and like I said, at the end of the day, if that's all Avenged Sevenfold fans expect from this band, then kudos. You know, congratulations. They did what they needed to do. Unfortunately, that's all they did, but they did enough to make their fans happy. So, yeah, there it is. So, yeah, 7.3 is a really good score, though. It's not like I'm giving these guys a 1 or a 2. You know, I'm giving these guys a 7.3, which by definition is a really good score. Now, if you don't believe me, that's okay. take a look down below in the video description. You'll very clearly find my scoring system chart there, and you will see that anything between 7.0 and 7.9 is considered really good. And I consider this live performance to be a really good live performance. I've seen far better, but I've also seen worse. So, you know, I'm giving it a really good score. I feel comfortable with that score. So, and also remember, I'm not taking the song into account here at all. It's just the live performance and the live performance alone. So, 7.3, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hopefully I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, then I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for the night, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.